All right, thank you for tuning in to another video. Y'all wouldn't know what we've gone through to get this video out, but we are going to do it for sure. But we have another video for you today. It's a network where entrepreneurs as well as other small business owners can come together, network, and share their businesses, share their stories to promote out and let other people know, let other people in. Okay, so that's what we have today. Now, of course, I have a guest speaker coming in. She is a phenomenal mother of three, coming all the way out of Fairhope, Alabama. She will be here with us today. She is, well, I would call it ultra entrepreneur because for the last 20 years, she has put plenty of her blood, sweat, and tears into building three successful businesses. So today we have the pleasure of meeting as well as getting to know the phenomenal Miss Rolanda Brown. Thank you so
Hello,
much. Hey,
everyone.
I was about to say, how are you today?
I am awesome. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. We getting better. We getting better. We gonna get to it. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. How you got started. Who is Miss Yolanda Brown?
As patient said, I am Rolanda Brown. I am from Fairhope, Alabama. I was born in Mobile, Alabama. Grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I attended elementary through high school. Up there, I had the opportunity of becoming a CNA. Well, getting in the process of becoming a CNA. But in that state, you have to have someone to be your patient. So my patient that I chose had to bail out on me because the job had to come first. So therefore, I kind of brushed it to the side. I didn't show up because I didn't know if they would let me continue to go on my testing. That was a sad
Okay.
adventure, but I picked myself up. I moved back home with my family, and when I came here, I was so used to working because we had a summer program that allowed us to work and earn at the same time, learn and earn. And so when I moved to Alabama, I then became part of Wally World, where I've been there for 27 years. So I've put in a lot of work there, meeting all kind of different kind of and everything that of that type of nature. I love working with people. I was introduced to Legal Shield, which is the ability to have 24/7 access to attorneys. Um, and if any, like you on the side of the road, some have whatever, you can call that attorney and they'll call you right back. There was an emergency number for that. I've also been introduced to financial education for credit repair. And then I've also been introduced to My Daily Choices, where we have weight loss sprays and this type of nature, things that can help, like essential oils or CBD stuff, if I can say that on there. CBD items that we have. Everything that I've been introduced to so far, I feel like God has placed me there because it gives me the opportunity to help people. And I love
Right.
helping people. If I can make a difference in your life of some kind of situation, whether it's credit, health, or wealth, help you get to where you need to get, because the biggest accomplishment is you being able to get something where you don't need somebody's um, information to help you get to the next level of your life. Like I've had
Okay.
customers that was able to go get a car because he decided to join me and work on getting his credit. He didn't get a cosign. And that was the best
Right.
feeling for him, that he didn't need that cosign. And then I've known some of my other partners where people have been able to get a house. These are all big accomplishments because as a single mother and trying to raise three young men, when you do these type of things, make these steps, it helps you. It's an excitement on the inside, and then
Right.
they can also see my mother did this. My mother worked hard to get this. Let me work hard to do what I need to do. So
Exactly.
that's really why I enjoy doing things, and I'm like, Lord, you keep putting me in a position to do things to help people. I said that's my, I guess that's my assignment that He has given me, because everything that flows, keep flowing, credit,
Yeah.
um, other than, and then if I see someone, I know someone, I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna tell you
Right.
about it because it's not only benefiting me, it's benefiting you as well. And
Right. Most
that's what it's all
importantly.
about. The things that I do, we're here to help each other.
Right.
help each other, something's wrong.
That's
Something
true.
is really wrong. So that was, yeah. So that was the biggest thing that why I got started. In the midst of me getting started with becoming an entrepreneur, I also was attending college. At the age of 42, I decided to go ahead and get this degree in business administration. So I just recently
Okay.
graduated in 2019 at the age of 45. So never let
Congratulations.
anybody tell you what
Congratulations.
you can't do. Thank you so much. So I worked hard for that, honey. So
Yeah,
thank you so
that's
much.
what I'm
So
talking
like I said,
about.
never let
See, y'all,
anybody
it's
tell you
never
what you
too
can't do.
late. She did it
Put your
at, what you
mindset
said, 42?
to
Yeah.
I started at 42, graduated at 45, and in my class, I had the opportunity of meeting. I didn't meet both of them, but I met one of them. One of the ladies was
All right.
80, I want to say 87,
Wow.
83 or 87, and I was like, that was for me to see her and
Right.
pursue what she was pursuing. I was like, this is awesome. Like I met a celebrity
Never too old.
because
That
I
that
mean
goes
it
to
was just
show.
phenomenal to see. Never too old. Never too old. And I was like,
Yeah.
at first, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But see,
She said, I
when
don't
God
know.
sends you angels to tell you, okay, so that where you are is not where you're supposed to be. Um, that was my confirmation. That's what I needed to see and hear. Because I promise you, the lady that came to tell me this, I have not seen this lady anymore. I was like, thank you, God, because I needed that confirmation that where I
Right.
was not where I was supposed to be. I was
I,
allowing myself to settle, and we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that because you got passions, you got dreams, you got everything that you want to do, and
yep.
you allow yourself to just, oh, I'm just gonna stay right here. Don't be afraid to step out. You can't be
That's
afraid
true.
to step out because if you're afraid to step out, you're missing out on a lot.
And
I don't
that's
got
so
way off my
true.
mouth. I,
It's so funny you say that, actually, not to cut you off, but people don't even know, like KFC, somewhere people go all the time. That man did not sell that recipe until he was like in his mid to late 40s. Like he was just, and I think that's really when he kind of got started. I don't think he actually sold the recipe till he was right at 60 or in his 60s. Like that's when it actually hit and actually boomed out. But I mean, imagine had he never given
right,
up or had he actually given up. You wouldn't even be able to have a KFC today. And I think people a lot of times get it
right,
confused where they look at these big companies and these franchises and they forget that at one point that was just an idea. You know what I mean? So
right.
yeah, definitely go for your goals, and age is definitely not a factor.
And behind me, I have my vision board. I never really knew about vision boards until I became being into entrepreneurship. And I think I believe in the vision board. You gotta put down, you gotta get your pictures, you gotta write it down, gratitude, affirmation. And that's what I do. I was doing before you talked, before we tuned in. I start writing. I mean, I do my daily gratitudes and my affirmations just about every day. If I don't write it, then I'm speaking it to myself. You have to speak it to yourself and say Habakkuk 2 and 2, write it down, make it plain. If you don't
I
write your
agree.
vision down, if you don't have it where you can see it, you won't manifest it. You gotta keep speaking it. Even if you, like I say, even if you don't write it down, keep speaking it. Keep manifesting it to yourself until it happens. Because you speak it, he'll make it happen. Most definitely. So I guess you can pretty much say that my mission has always been to help people, whether it's men or women, um, to be able to get into that car, that house, that home, to lose weight, and everything that I guess you say, dip my toes in or whatever. Um, if I didn't feel that it wasn't working for me, I wouldn't bring it to you. I
Gotcha.
know that the credit repair works. I know that the weight loss products work because I am a product of both of them. Even the
And
other
that's
third
important.
business that I was doing with Power Lifestyle, you got to be able to interact with what you're doing in order to be able to let other people see it actually
Right.
works. And
Exactly.
the
I agree.
biggest part of, got to be patient. Nothing happens overnight.
Right.
You got to
That
be
is true.
patient. You got to put in work with what you're doing because if you
Like they
want
say, the good
progress,
things
you're
are
gonna
worth
have to
waiting
put in
for.
something to get that. Yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly. You got to be patient. Patience is a
Yeah,
virtue, as that what we were taught. So
that's true.
that's pretty much it.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So
I I heard something that you mentioned that I think was very important as an entrepreneur, especially for these younger generation of entrepreneurs coming in. And we see them; they come in. Some of them make great money, some of them not so much. But you said that you still held down your regular employment, even though you were doing, your businesses all throughout this time. Still, with you having a family and things, you continue to work that until I'm assuming you're getting to a place where you're like, okay, now I'm comfortable with just branching out on my own and just working maybe the businesses by themselves. And I'm mentioning that because it's so important. I think so many people think that entrepreneurship is about being able to, yes, tell your boss goodbye, but being able to gauge the right timing on that. Can you give us a little bit of insight on what you feel that is, and on how maybe even keeping the job has even served you? I know if you've been in the job for that long, I'm pretty sure you made it through a couple pandemics, a couple wars. Can you drop some information on what maybe helped you through those situations and how they both played a part for you?
well, sure. As far as the finances, what it brought in allowed me to be able to take care of some things in between the paychecks or whatever that I normally wouldn't be able to do, especially with like you say, the pandemic happening. I was being cut. Then not sure if we were gonna still be working, but I'm in an area where I'm needed or we're needed. So we didn't really struggle that bad with maybe with hours a little bit, but not as far as being shut down like a lot of businesses have had to happen. And I thank
That's
God
good.
for that. But I'm still there, and at my time, and they say God will let you know when it's time to move. And I'm still praying on that because I'm ready to move. I like I
Okay.
said, I've been there 27 years, going on 28 years. Everybody say, "Wait, be patient, don't do the 30." I'm like, well, I am being patient, but at the same time, I'm still young. I'm at a time frame where I can choose to retire from the job, and because I
Okay.
put in my years, I don't necessarily have to wait till the full 30.
Yeah,
But
I wanted to ask about that.
I mean,
So,
a lot
do
of people
you will you receive like a traditional retirement? Because a lot of people feel like that's not even a thing. So, would you be receiving like a traditional retirement type situation where you put in your time and you maybe have like a pension or a 401k or something like that, and now you're or
well,
maybe receiving a retirement compensation? Is it
it
like the
would be the
traditional way?
compensation from my 401k. Yeah, the
Okay.
401k.
Okay, because I know every
Yeah.
place is a little bit
Money.
different. I'm sorry if that was a little bit personal. I don't mean to ask about personally, but I talk about retirement all the time, and people are like, "No one retires anymore." And so for you to say like, "I could put in my retirement," but I don't know if I want to do that right now, or if that's even the best decision, given the circumstances. So
Yeah.
it
The thing
yeah.
is, I'm still young, so I can retire from there because I've outgrown that. So I can
Right,
retire from there and do something on my own, do something for myself, work for myself. Whatever I choose to do, it'll just be I
right.
know I'm gonna be a part of that when that comes. So,
Yeah, because
but yeah, I
like you
mean,
said, you're still young and able bodied, and can enjoy life, get out and enjoy life. And I
yeah,
don't recommend anybody to work all of their life until they're in their golden years, and now you're supposed to enjoy it once you're not able to even skip.
right,
So I'm all for that, but I
yeah,
wanted you to touch on that because, like I said, a lot of people quit their jobs so fast, and then they end up going back to work, and they did all this bragging about how they fired their boss, and then they're like, oh, real life set in, and then other things
yeah,
happen. So I think it's important for people to know, like, to gauge it on their own timing. Like you said, if If I feel moved to change, then I'll make the change. But until then, I'm gonna keep riding with what I
Right.
got. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Again, I think people have this vision of becoming these ultra successful rich people, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. But we still have to live in the
Mhm.
reality of where we are at that very moment. And don't get me wrong, you get those people that say, "Oh, I started a YouTube channel and I had a job, and I just kept doing the videos, and then finally I quit and did it full time." And they may have become successful, so it's not like it's impossible. But is it the
Right.
average case? More times no than yes. So the average entrepreneur
Right.
people, I think, should expound on that a little bit more of saying, hey, yeah, I am an entrepreneur. Yes, I do have this business, but I still work, or I still pick up, gigs on the side, or whatever it is. Because I think there's this misconception that once you start a business, that's all you do, that's all you know, and everybody's trying to look so successful, and what they're doing. And I think it's time that we start to be a little bit more transparent and a little bit more honest with people, about what entrepreneurship really is and what it really entails. So thank you so much for that. We're going to get on to the next portion. Is there anyone that you'd like to give a special shout out, special thanks? Anyone out that may see the video, or anything that's maybe even helped you along the way? Any mentors, anything like that you'd like to mention?
Well, with the credit repair, I will thank Monique Williams. She got me started in that, and I'm still continuing with that because it's a service that people need, whether they think they need it or not. The biggest thing is they don't want to pay, but you gotta pay. You gotta pay to get your stuff fixed. Whether you try to do it yourself, you still paying. So you gotta pay. Also, Tasha London, she got me started with the My Daily Choice, which is the weight loss sprays, and
Okay.
all these different sprays that we have here. So she knew that I could do what she doing, that I could help people, continue to help people, not only help them but help myself because like I said, I use the products myself. I use the credit repair service myself. I use the sprays myself or whatever products that we have in our business. So when they see me, if they go to my page, they'll see my picture. So my pictures speak word volume for themselves. So what you do, whatever you do, it's gonna speak volume for you. You got to do the work. Entrepreneurship is not easy at all. Yes, there have been times that I wanted to just let it go, but I'm like, if I let it go, then I can't help others. So whether you got the people that's gonna help you, support you or not support you, you got to keep pushing. So keep pushing, remain faithful to what you're doing, love what you're doing. That's the most important thing. You gotta love what you do. If you don't love what
I
you do,
agree.
it won't matter at all.
I definitely agree with that. Definitely, definitely, definitely agree with that. Um, I want to first of all thank you again for coming in. Like I was telling you earlier, with entrepreneurs especially, it takes a sense of confidence and a sense of boldness to be able to get in here in front of a camera and do what it is that you're doing. So I want to commend you for that. Definitely want to commend you and congratulate you on all of your accomplishments. I think that's a beautiful thing. Again, people, age is nothing but a number, because as she said, she got her degree at 45 and she was in graduating class with someone in their 80s. So there's no limits to what you can do. However, we do want to be, like I said, as transparent as possible and as honest as possible during this. I definitely thank you also for coming and share with us your story and your businesses. And before you get out of here, can you let everyone know where they can contact you, if they would like to break out with you? And also, I'm going to put that
Okay.
information for you guys in the description box as well, for you to reach out to Rolanda whenever you're looking at this video. So that'll be in the description box too, so check out there.
Okay. So I am on Instagram. It is Rolanda.Brown.7. I'm also on TikTok, which is Rolanda Brown 2. And then on Facebook, you can find me under Rolanda Brown parentheses Smiley. Or if you feel, you can email me at MALONE underscore at Rolanda, Rolanda at yahoo.com.
Okay, and I see something here. You know what? I need to fix that. Have it as Yolanda. It's Rolanda. Again, I'll fix that, guys, in the description box and make sure that all her correct information is there so you can just have one-click access and get over to her if you'd like to speak further with her involving her services, involving her products with weight loss. I know personally I have watched her weight loss journey at least for the last 6 to 8 months myself. And she's done some phenomenal things with that. So when she says about being a product of the product, that is definitely true. I've also heard and seen a lot of things she's posted about the finance side as far as with the credit building and things of that nature. And she's very knowledgeable, very patient young lady. So definitely reach out to her and see if she can help you. In what ways can she help you in getting some more advice? You guys know I also help people out in the personal finance world, not necessarily just from a credit consulting type of form, but just kind of full round from taxes to budgeting, just trying to show people what it is that they rate, what we would say in the military, what you rate. So what is owed to you, what you actually qualify for, helping you set that budget, helping you look up that credit and see what it is that you need to do. Giving you information as far as how you can remove those things, or if you're like Miss Brown here and you want to go over to Miss Brown and say, "Hey, Miss Brown, can you help me with this? Can you do this for me?" Then I kind of, my business kind of does some outsourcing because I don't do personally do taxes, but I can tell you based upon what you have, what you qualify for. So same thing with the credit. I don't necessarily personally do your credit, but I can consult with you. I am board certified consultant, so I can consult with you as far as what you can do to increase and things of that nature. But a lot of times with people, I do outsource that type of information. So if you are needing any of that information, you can either reach out to me and I can get you over to Ms. Brown, or you can reach out to her directly. No problem with that. Basically what I'm doing is more of a planning and showing you how to apply that plan so that you can basically get to your goals. So what I do with people is I help them accumulate money, and once they accumulate that money, I help them put it to work for things such as what Miss Brown does, which is getting that home, getting that car, investing in that business, expanding that business, growing that business, and ultimately trying to build some type of family wealth, or for yourself and your family. So we definitely want to thank everyone for tuning in. Oh, yeah.
Before we go, I wanted to mention one thing, especially on the credit part. One of the biggest things that they put on our credit report, which actually shouldn't be on there, is medical bills. So one of the easiest ways to keep medical bills from impacting your credit score is to pay your bills when you receive them. If you cannot afford to make the payment in full, contact the hospital's billing department to make payment arrangements.
Now this would be, but that's before collection status. Right.
Yes. Now, when it goes to collections, what they're going to do is the first thing is to report it to our credit bureau, and this collection account considered a delinquency and can remain on your credit report up to 7 years, the maximum amount of time permitted by the law.
Right, and I pointed that out because some people will be like, "Oh, I got hospital bill on there," and then you look on it, it's in collections. You like, girl, okay, so we gonna have to do something else. On this one, we can't just call the hospital on this one, girl. We gotta take some other steps. So I wanted to make that part clear. She's referring to if you have a hospital bill that has not made it into collections, especially the first 2 years of collections, because depending on the hospital, sometimes it goes outside. Yeah, because sometimes, yeah. So if it's in collections, y'all call Rolanda if it's in collections, because it's different. She's referring to the people who have hospital bills that has not made it to collections, that has not impacted their credit score as of yet. She's trying to help you keep that from happening. Oh gosh, because you'll be like, they'll be like, last day you talking about, well, you said, girl, no, that's not what I said. Let me clarify that. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Jules, this is information that you guys have access to, but a lot of times this information is tucked into words and books and other things, and you should definitely be reading as much literature as you possibly can. Like I tell y'all all the time, leaders are readers. But that's where this information is. That's where we get it from, and that's how we bring it to you. Okay, so again, thank you for coming in. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. But thank you again, Miss Yolanda, for coming in, and we definitely hope to have you back. Well, hopefully we have some good stories, some great things coming from this one as well. This meetup here as well. And so hopefully we can have you back in the future. I look forward to that. And let me see here. Other than that, you guys, we are back on for another show. If you are interested in being a part of the network, all you have to do is reach out to my using my shoot. I'm gonna get it together. Contact information. Reach out using my contact information. You can hit me up on social media. All that information is scrolling across the screen at the bottom, and it'll also be in the description box as well. I'd love to have you as part of the network, so that you can come on here, tell us your story, and tell us about your business. So thank you again, Miss Rolanda, for coming in. Thank you guys again for tuning into another video.
Well,
Peace.